Hello, and welcome back to Habsix Plays Mass Effect Legendary Edition on Insanity, and today I'm going to start by going and seeing if my squad has anything new to say, and then we're going to finally continue the main story. It has been a little bit of a stretch since I've done anything as far as the actual main story goes. I did spend the last 4 episodes doing side missions, which occasionally gives enough prompt to let these guys have some new stuff to say, so let's check in with our favorite sweaty boy first.
Some time to talk now,
Commander. Absolutely.
Of course. Have a seat.
We've played it pretty close to the book so far, but we're a long way from backup. We've got some tough calls to make. I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard.
Man, I don't remember this conversation at all. Okay, that's because this is more of a loving conversation. Shepard, how informal.
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
Sorry, ma'am. Maybe I got a bad signal. And if you're maybe there's someone else you'd rather confide in, ma'am.
You mean Liara?
Someone? You're referring to our young Prothean expert.
I think she's older than both of us put together, but yeah.
I mean, she's 106. We had this conversation.
She's interested in you as more than a source of Prothean data. She's a very interesting lady, to my tastes, but I never claimed to be big on alien culture.
Are you jealous?
You seem awfully worried about my personal affairs.
It's just that we don't have much downtime these days. I like being around you, but I don't want to take up your personal time.
I don't want to lead him on, but at the same time, I also don't want to, like, just completely say I don't need this aggravation. Like, that's... I'm here, aren't I guess? I'll play it neutral right now. Let's see what happens.
You didn't want to talk about Liara, did you? What's your real issue?
You're right. Sorry. It wasn't, Liara's not my main concern. I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. Do you get my meaning?
Bad experience, I guess?
Talk to me, Caden. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry. You know the records about the biotic trading out on Jump Zero? They're all classified because the Alliance made mistakes. After first contact,
I really remember none of this. I mean, I know that first part was new. I don't remember any of the conversations with him. I know I said that before, but man, I remember nothing.
Experts instead of taking it slow.
I'm sure Canadics did what they thought was best.
Yeah. I need to adjust the audio for them. I think it's coming in a little quiet, so I might have to do that here in a minute. I feel like I'm drowning them out.
In the war, he'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to new beachfront. Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died. The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do?
I'm really trying to focus on this. But he's still so boring.
You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
Oh, I don't want to say I don't need you. You're assuming a lot. Once again, I don't want to lead him on because it's not going to happen.
So you think you have leave to talk like we're more than officers?
I got some signals. Maybe some static too, I guess. If I'm out of line, just say the word.
You are out of line. I've talked to you like twice before this. I've talked to everybody. Do you think I want to fuck Rex too?
Sorry, Caden. This was just a battlefield thing.
There's my answer then. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Commander. I got some mixed signals. With your permission, I should return to my duties.
Yes, please. Alright, I guess I'm done with Caden. So, let's go ahead and hop on over and talk about Liara, who probably heard that entire conversation. Hey, baby. Yeah, I did finally pick the planet I'm going to go to next,
I get
though.
the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me more about you. I did pick where I'm going next. I'm pretty satisfied with my choice. If you've looked at the possible title and definitely in the description, you know where I'm going, but I'm kind of playing coy right now, just for fun.
As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We're short-lived.
We don't have the luxury of time. And Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
We're lucky if we hit 70 at this rate, Shepard. I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, 45 is a stretch now.
After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage.
Seems like every day we die a little younger.
You pursue your goals with an
It's a little bit more morbid than I was expecting today. I'm excited. It's weird as it is. I'm really excited because I'm finally getting back into the main story.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the
I do like her eyes.
as something of a bully.
I know I ragged on the wide eye, but I do like the coloring.
It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
Yeah, I would have. It's kind of cute that she's
After our last
afraid. Yeah, that's the word she's using. I was going to say nervous, but I like that. She's got a crush.
What made you into the woman you are? There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me?
That's basically the same thing as me or the Beacon.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure.
I wonder if she paints the eyebrows on. I guess I'll have to pay attention in later games. I've never really thought about it. Or I need to pay attention to the other... You're female. I really want to know what that says. I'm going to say it's not. I don't want to have to reload and restart the entire thing, but I want to know what your female is. Wonder if that shuts it down like it did with Ashley. Do I risk it or not? I'll see what happens. I might regret it, but I'll see what happens.
You want a relationship with me? Even though we're both women?
We Asari are monogendered, Commander.
Oh, bless. This seems like it's fine. It's just a question. Okay.
Have maternal instincts. So perhaps we would fill what you consider a female role. I'm sorry if this is awkward for you, Shepard. I am only trying to be honest. I feel as if we share some type of connection. But none of this matters if you are already involved in a serious...
Okay, bless. It's not like Ashley. Okay, I feel so much better. I feel like I hesitated way too long there.
The Lieutenant and I are just friends.
Yes, we are. Actually, we're barely that.
Then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought.
Clearly, I've never done a fem chaperone because I've never seen that option.
Or was I wrong about that too?
Oh, I'm attracted to you.
No, you were right.
I've also never done a full Liara romance throughout all three games. I've done her, obviously, in the first game.
Does this not seem rather
but
strange?
I've never seen that unfold over the trilogy, so that might be something I do. I'll see how I feel when I get to 2, but right now I'm thinking it might be a fun little change of pace.
We have almost nothing.
Just picking one romance option and sticking with it. It doesn't have to make sense.
Never make sense.
And we have at least one thing in common.
We get swept up in the storm.
Really, a couple off the top of my head.
Chaotic.
1 being that we're on the ship, 2 being that we're after Saren, 3 being the naughty things.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking.
4 being the mutual attraction.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
I'm understanding.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
I'll ask about those. This is going to take a little bit of time, but I'll go ahead and knock some of this out.
Why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it.
She only has 2 right now. I don't know if more will open up later. I think it's just the 2.
Galactic events. Maybe she thought aligning
I think this
herself
one
with Saren
changes.
would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None
Okay.
of this makes any sense
Yeah, I
to me.
like that this is
I have
expanding
not
now,
spoken to Benezia in
especially...
many years, but I know
Especially now. I'll go ahead. I'm going to go
the
the Novaria. I made the decision. I'm going the Novaria, so...
I'd
Let's
like
see.
to
This
know
will be a
more
lot
about
quicker than
Asari.
Tally, because I still have like 2
We
things to
were
talk
the
about with
first
Tally.
species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each
It is
species
interesting that like
great
all
role.
Asari are female. That
Whether
is such a
it's to
cool
understand
concept.
other species,
Coming from a
it
guy,
seems
it might sound a
few
little
of them
perverted,
seem
but
to
I
understand
really I
us.
do think it is such an
The galaxy
interesting
is filled with
concept
rumors and misinformation
that
about my people.
I've not seen in any other type of game or media. So I really do enjoy that aspect.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating ritual. My species is monogendered. Male
We just
and
talked
female
about this.
Have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
It's not disgusting.
don't
I mean, it's a
understand.
little
Your
weird, but
species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits onto our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
it really is such a fascinating concept. Someone came up with this for this game. It does baffle me.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with
One-night
both
stands, I
parents
dig it.
parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term.
Asari one-night
Sometimes
stands.
an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with
That-
our own
yeah,
species,
that's kind of
we
a
would
dumb
have died
thought.
long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction.
Part of me wants to call this
Asari
episode
believe
reproduction
weapons are
education.
species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner
So the
was
opposite of
embarrassed
Harry
by that
Potter.
union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right,
It's too bad we'll never find out.
but I have
Never
no
at
way
all.
to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I think I already asked that, so...
You Asari lived for 1,000 years. What happened
Okay,
to
yeah,
your
that
guys?
expands the other
Few
part of it.
species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
That was very educational. Dr. Chakwas, you should put some charts together. and we're going to head down. This is taking about as long as I expected. I expected to use a third, if not half the time on this, just because some of these conversations do go long, but at least I'm now down to only a couple people who have the extra, because I've done Rex's.
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Yes.
Such as?
I don't remember if I've done Garrus. I'll have to take a look.
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to
I'm partway through tallies, and I am nowhere near on Ashley or Caden. I need to probably need to prioritize them next.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived.
I don't think this unlocks the mission. It might be the next conversation with him.
He wanted to continue.
But that might make it a part of my next run of side missions, which would be awesome.
Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding. At least for
it is interesting that even here it does sow the seeds of him becoming a leader of his people.
Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go.
Sounds like a lovely place.
It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
That's
Sounds
risky.
like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well...
And there's the
there are
reveal.
some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked. But
I like his scars. I don't know if I've commented on those before, but I love that he is battle-hardened.
He gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Ah, I do have another one with
Other
him.
than your father. Don't you miss them?
You're trying to make me cry, Shepard. I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
Really?
What kind of business?
Oh, it does unlock
Before I
now.
left, I made an oath to my father's father.
That's cool. Not going to do it yet, but that is awesome that I can unlock this now.
It was taken from him after the uprising.
Who has it?
Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Taun Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
We'll look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Good.
So long, Rex.
Because you come with me everywhere.
Shepard.
And Ashley?
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, I don't get to see the video.
We saw Caden
Ah.
in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Okay, well, that's not as fun.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't
Doesn't
invite
stop
me.
you with Male Shepherd.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Must be
You're
nice.
lucky to have a close family.
Yes, charming would have been fun.
Sorry, I forgot about your situation.
Ooh. Yeah, yeah, tactful. It's alright.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Yeah, shows
After
that
we cleared
shepherds
out
grow.
armed Hostiles, no problem. Dealing with a foot in my mouth, not so good with that. Things
I kind of
were
like these two as
sir.
friends more than Ashley's crush.
Bonded.
Sounds like a story.
It's
Fill it in.
it flows better. There's a couple games I've played where you can choose gender where I either don't like or just kind of like a character with the male version, and then when you play as the female, it like clicks in a way it just never did.
Tell her to relax.
So I'm really enjoying this one for once.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was...
Drop my controller. That glad it didn't skip anything.
A dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom
I
and Dad
do
was
know
on
girls
herself.
who are like that. I've had a couple friends. I've not been in any encounters, but I have a couple friends who have done similar things in somewhat situations.
You traveled all the way.
Somewhat similar situations. Wow, I lost that
Dozen light
sentence.
years, like a day's cruise. It's not like it was going to Earth or something.
I don't want to prolong this story. it's just
Sarah
Ashley.
told
I'll
the
do the
friends,
same with
So
Caden.
everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look. This, let me handle it. I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to
It
the
might be kind of
hospital,
sexist, but it is one of those things. But I do appreciate the backstory of her dad having all of his girls
I'm sorry.
learn
Crying.
some kind of self-defense. I think that I wouldn't mind that with any kid, really. I think that is kind of good parenting. You don't want a kid to be in any bad situation. So I think it's cool that they did that. It would have been neat if they explored it with a brother as well, but I'm glad that they did it with the daughters. My girlfriend is one of 4 sisters, and her dad's very much the same way.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly.
Her eyes are
both with
kind of
those
wigging
that
out in
love
this
me
scene.
and alone.
She's got the Liara eyes going.
For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
I think it's the same thing if you say the other one.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure
I don't really
hope
like
so.
the poem
I read
Ulysses.
two
I do like
straight every
poetry.
time I
I've just
Dad
never
passed
really
on
cared
when
for
he was
that
dead.
one.
He's probably still watching, though.
From the afterlife.
From wherever we go after death.
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
I can say I do too. I actually do, so I'll go ahead and say
You know
stick
that
with
old
stick with a
song,
little
"You're
bit of
atheist in a foxhole"?
truth for me, I
A
guess.
lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Oh, I don't have more with her.
What's your opinion
Okay.
of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not...
Well, it's good to know I don't have any expansion with her.
I think she's being straight with us.
I might have had this
Or at least
conversation,
I don't
though.
think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really...
I have had this
Hey,
conversation.
want me to ask her about her sex life? Maybe.
Yeah, I have.
I don't think she's used to teasing.
Oh, well.
Good-natured or otherwise.
The second time I've done this.
Aw, no fun, Skipper. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years.
Alright, I'll see you.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am,
Okay, well, I'm 2/3 of the way done talking to people. Let's see what's going on with Garrus.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while.
Oh, he doesn't have any
Jackson?
extended conversations either, so I guess it is just... I haven't checked
Yeah,
Kate,
it
I
seems
really didn't even look.
interesting.
But
bet you
I
have.
know I still have
Anything in
Tally, so I
particular
can
that
probably
stands out?
finish Tally at
I
the
remember
end
this
of the next
Solarian
mission.
geneticist I was
And
sent to
then
investigate. That case
after that, I could do Caden and I would be done.
What happened? Why were you investigating it?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the city.
Oh, so this unlocks here too.
Nothing I need
Or does this one wait? I don't know.
But during the
I
course of my
forget when
investigation, I
these
came
unlock.
across the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few.
I intended to do both of these too, so I'm okay with them unlocking. It gives me something to do after Novaria.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the
He
sun.
froze there for a second. I wonder if that was
remember
just
this
my
one
screen or the
organ
recording.
Caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. I had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
I love that you can just walk away
So how
from
did you
this.
figure out what was happening?
I know I've said that before, but it's just such a weird conceit that they put in.
The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Not one Krogan testicle. That'd be another good name.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from trying.
I would never even consider it.
Full set.
But then,
Somebody's
I'm not a sterile creature. Well, that I know of. That's kind of awkward. What about the doctor?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threatening? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either
That's a
way,
leap. I don't know where
my
you
detainees started bleeding
got that.
We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes, walking, living test tubes.
That is sick. I like how
Throwing
interesting is an
parts
option.
Inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good.
Man, I guess it's never been until I've started recording that I realize how long these conversations take. It's been like close to a half an hour. I'll call him a
He got
bastard.
what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the
I
time
still
we
have Tally, who likes to ramble.
He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. They didn't listen.
I do agree with
It's not
them.
worth the risk. You
Especially
potentially
if
disable
the
it.
ship were to crash back
They sent
into the
military
Citadel.
after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're wrong.
You
I
don't
hate
care
to say it,
about any
Garrus,
of
but
those
you are.
hostages, Then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I
Gotta teach him morality
wish we
here.
could've stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll
We'll
check out
go.
the coordinates when I get
Not
the
yet,
chance.
but we're gonna go.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
All right. Not going to talk to the requisitions officer. We will go ahead and sprint down here and talk to Tally real quick. Don't get stuck on a ledge, Shepard.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're feeling
Good to see
better.
you smiling again.
Well, yes.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Starin's our top priority, but with all the world...
I wonder if this is going to
I was
open up
hoping
her
to
side
find
mission
something to
too.
bring back to the flotilla.
Yep, it
You've got
is.
a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
Why?
special about you?
It's my
These are
father.
so long.
He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of
But
only
Habsits, you don't have to do it. Yes, I do. They're my friends.
For the good of the migrant.
In the game, at least.
My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Your royalty?
So are you some
I'll
kind of heir to
expand
the
on
Quarren
this one a
family?
bit.
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's
Yeah, I'm
position
definitely
is
going
clear.
over this, Tom. I know I've said it the past couple times, but I want to get to a certain point on Novaria, and I haven't even gotten there yet, and we're at the half-hour
But
mark,
it
so...
doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
That is a lot of pressure.
My people place
I know
high
people
value
who have
on family
had
and
pretty,
ancestry. There's an
if not
unspoken
like somewhat
expectation
famous
that I'll live up to my father's
parents, at least
example.
like famous siblings,
Everyone's
and
waiting for me
I've
to do
had
something
conversations
brave
with them
on
about how
my
hard it can be,
Something
so...
that will forever change our lives
Yeah.
for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects
Can be
badly on
tough.
me and my father.
What if we save the galaxy? Because that's what we're doing.
Anything any Quarian's ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out.
I was trying to think of another country to compare that to, and I had it, and then I lost it, so I just ruined a
There's
good
still
little
millions
bit
of
inside my
them
head.
over there.
Waste of a good
Until
bit.
they're gone, our exile will continue.
So what's the
What do
answer?
you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued
Well, I
to
think I know the
evolve.
next 3 missions I'm gonna do once I'm done with... Oh, Novaria. Yeah, just Novaria.
They never went beyond the
So that'll
borders
probably be
of the
another
Geth.
3,
And all the
hopefully
Geth
not
we run
4,
into
fingers
now
crossed,
understand it
side
better.
missions.
We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Oh, man, I still have 3 with her now. So we'll do that later, too. And for now, we're going to head back up to the brig, and we're going to... bridge. We're going to head back up to the bridge, and we're going to go to Noveria, doing it out of my usual order. I'm a little worried because of just the difficulty scale on some things, but I do think, given my current levels, because I'm currently at level 14, so a little shy of where I was hoping to be. I was hoping to be at 15, but I do think I can get through it. I forgot about the skill points being doubled in the Legendary Edition, so I really am somewhat higher level than I was thinking, if you look at it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. Hopefully I don't have to just restart and lose all of that. We're going to head to Pax in the Horsehead Nebula. I'm glad they tuned that down. That was deafening when they first released the game. Okay, Noveria and land. And here's a hard choice, because I know I'm taking Rex because he is very useful. He's been my go-to squad mate.
Approach control. This is
I
the
don't
SSV
know who I want to
West
take
Vector
beyond
and Earth.
that.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification.
Because Liara is a good choice given the nature of what happens here story-wise, and I do think the biotics will be
I think
useful.
I'll take my next leave here.
I know some of the tech skills that Tally has will be helpful. Caden and Ashley aren't coming. Garrus has been dying way too easy, so yeah. I'll go ahead and go with Liara. I would like to bring Tally with me, but I think I can get by without her, even though she is a little bit better than Liara. This is where I gotta choose between tactics and gameplay, storytelling-wise, I guess. I can justify it. I do think there is one part that is a little challenging that I think Liara will be able to help me get past easier than Tally, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with it. I'll take the risk. I might end up regretting this decision and needing to reload to switch out who I bring. Plus we're all wearing the mercenary armor. We're the mercenary crew.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore.
We're all matching. I like doing that with the Colossus armor. That was my 360 playthrough. Is everybody had some pretty awesome Colossus armor. Liara has a couple points, and we're gonna put that in. I think I'm gonna go with Singularity and Throw. I think she's the only... Yeah, she should be the only one. I think those are just side missions. Alright, go ahead and save as well. And we're gonna go ahead and enter... I forget the name of this, but it is the opening area of Noveria.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I do like that I can finally do Renegade with these guys. I
First,
always do
with a
Paragon,
law.
and it just doesn't
Show
work
some
as well.
respect. I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
I do outrank you.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, man.
I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Don't try it.
Yeah.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock! We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your
That is
weapons.
ballsy.
1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down!
I like the Renegade here a little bit more. The Paragon
Confirm their identity.
seems a little bit more
Spectres
whipped.
are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Seems See if I can talk to her.
Get out of here.
Bitch.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Alright, fine. I do like the dead elevator over there. That's kind of cool. Let's get the alarms.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Anoleis. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Yeah, real
Someone
friendly.
pissed in your security chief's coffee today? She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company.
No, but mine's
One
gone
of my
cold.
duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
I heard there were guests
Has anyone
here.
unusual passed through here recently?
That's not what I asked.
And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Holy cow. She's a dead woman? She left.
Passed
I'm not
through?
going to just straight
Where
up
is she
say
now?
that she died.
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
I'll require your cooperation.
Give us directions and we'll be on our way. You'll need to ask Administrator Anoleis for clearance to leave this port.
I'll ask where he
Where can
is,
find
even though I
the
know.
Administrator? His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator. Understood. Can we go in now? Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I
Yeah.
imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
Don't worry.
No, we don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're a part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Okay. Head on up to another elevator loading screen. Let's see.
Welcome to Port Hanshan.
I'll
the
listen to
galaxy's
this.
Most respected
Port
site for
Hanshan, that's where I'm
independent
at.
Scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Okay, let's talk to this Hanar, because I know that he gives me a mission and I can use the points.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
You already,
News
Puh,
comes
you
fast
heard
here.
already. Wow, I cannot talk today.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer.
Can we get the
item
sexual
is not
backstory of
permitted
Hanar?
within
I mean, we got the
city,
Asari.
but
And the
you
Krogan,
pay
kind
them
of.
through customs.
Smuggling, in other
You want me to
words.
use my status to smuggle for you.
That is not inaccurate.
I'll do it.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Anoleis. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
I'll check out his
I'm
shop.
just browsing right now.
Check out his shop
Awaits your
after
return.
I go ahead and finish this off. I think there's only 2 side missions in this area, both of which can be knocked out pretty quickly. I can skip this.
Do not be fooled by these
Or not.
civilized surroundings.
Okay.
This is a place of secrets and lies.
Yeah, I think there's only 2, and I can go ahead and knock both those out pretty quick. Get just some, little handful of experience points. Especially because all I have to do here is run back to the Normandy and then come back here again. And then I can check out his shop and hit up Anoleis. I'm hoping to at least be preparing to leave. I hope to get the garage pass and be on my way by the end of this episode. I know I took a while talking to the squad mates, but that's partially why I said this one is going to go over. I want to make up the time, get through Port Hanshan, however you say it, and be ready to actually get into the meat of this section next time. I fully anticipate to spend 3 days on each of the main planets. That's just, I'm kind of trying to figure out, given how long I play, how long it seems to take me. I think 3 is very feasible. I was hoping to get further today and actually shock myself, but I'm kind of not surprised, given that
like
I
it.
cannot skip
Too
this.
many dark secrets.
Given that I spent so long talking to the squad mates, I should have expected that it was going to take a little bit. But that's all right. I'm still kind of on track. This shouldn't take too long, the little bit I intend to do here today. So let's go ahead and turn this in and then go see Anoleis, who I'm also excited to go renegade with.
Have you brought the package?
Yes. I want kind of want the points.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you.
Kind of
This
want to
one
rush through
promised
some of these.
compensation for
Let's go a
services
little bit
rendered.
more than that, if that's an
It
option.
humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
I hope that's a joke.
You're trying to make me laugh. You think I'm here to amuse you, to make funny, sputtering noises when you offer an insult instead of a reward.
No. This one would never. This one could raise the sum to 500.
I will take 500 and spend them
That is
at
half
your
this one's
place if
profit
that's not
taken by
bad.
the other. It can offer no more.
It will have to do.
If that's the best you can do, fine.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
Let's see what you have for sale.
Show me what you're selling.
Of course.
I'll start with... Yeah, let me look at upgrades real quick. Kinetic stabilizer, high explosive. Don't want either of those. Talk to you again.
How may this one assist?
Need to buy something.
Show me what
Get
you're selling.
standard items.
Of
And then I'll look
course.
at the non-human, just see if I can get anything possibly for Tally. I haven't got any better armor for her. Assault rifle. Wow, this stuff's expensive. Oh, those are assault rifles. I think that's the... That's quite a bit better than what I have, but I don't want to spend the majority of my money on it. Omni tool, not as good. Can't wear heavy. Medium. Ooh, that is better. Huh. The Titan is... Shields are down. Damage protection's up. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to get another set of armor soon. So I'll stick with the mercenary for now.
Show me what
See
you're
if I can
selling.
get something for Tally real quick.
Of course.
See if he even has Corian armor. Heavy armor Krogan. It's not as good for him. Medium armor Krogan. Turian. Wow, so nothing for Corians. Alright, I guess we're gonna... I probably have stuff that I could sell. I should do that between episodes. Kind of up my profit a little bit, and then maybe buying that armor would not seem as daunting. Though I could afford it. I'm holding out. This armor seems to be doing well enough. I might end up regretting that decision.
How can I help you? I'd like to speak to Anoleis. One moment, please.
Mr. Anoleis,
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Okay. I don't know what my dog growled at. And let's do Renegade with you, too.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a
I should have
fool
gone with
enters
rubes.
negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the executive board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
You think I'm a
And I
threat?
represent the second guessing of galactic law.
Just so we understand each other, I will not allow you to harass our clients. This world is private property.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
Should have
She
gone with
arrived a few days
rubes.
ago, accompanied by a
Kinda
personal
regret that
escort with
decision
some
already.
cargo. She's up at peak 15.
Need to see
I'd
her.
like to see her immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Scotty Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
So we cut off.
Surface access,
Yeah.
you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this.
Why would he care about that?
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
I don't know why
What did
he'd
you mean
care.
by
He doesn't
personal
want us here anyway.
The
I
phrase
would
is
fully be
self-explanatory.
like, yeah, go ahead.
Guards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
Sort of cargo.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Why is she here?
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say.
Not
She
really
came
as
here to
renegade
aid
as
Saren's
I
executor.
thought it would be with this guy.
Excuse me, his what?
Executor. Saren is a major shareholder in Binary Helix. Lady Benezia is authorized to act in his name. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Another
Back
topic.
to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Every minute's not too bad. I mean, Bill Gates makes
You
like
do
5,000 a
business with
second.
I believe I explained this already, did I not? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Novaria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
All right, I guess that's it with
I have
that
no more
conversation.
questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Mr. Anoleis isn't the only one with a path to leave Henshan.
Okay. Saving.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
Don't underestimate
I can
me.
bludgeon through
Underestimate. Wow.
Talk to Loik Qu'in. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Anoleis.
I'm not going to
Talk to you
expand that. I don't
Very
really
well.
need to. So go to the hotel bar, which I think is where the other side mission here is. For some reason, I felt like at one point there were a couple others. Speaking of side missions, one thing I do like about the Legendary Edition is that they cut out Pinnacle Station? I think that was the name of it, because they never got it working on the PlayStation 3. It worked on 360. I absolutely hated that entire DLC. It was just, it was so stupid and tedious, and I was just so glad to be rid of it. The one nice thing was I think it did make some of the achievements easier as far as like using a squad mate for this or the ability achievements. You could really spam them there. But as far as storytelling or involvement or anything, even when I did other playthroughs on the 360, I always skipped Pinnacle Station. I would do Bring Down the Sky. I did the Pinnacle Station the one time when I first got it and never again. Yeah, there's the other side mission.
I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas.
That name sounds familiar.
Do you
I
know
don't
who
think-
I am?
Everyone here knows
That
who
name
you
isn't
are.
recycled in Andromeda, is
That
it?
makes you ideal for my job. You
Maybe the
are
last
known
name is. I know they have
or so
some
Vargas
teases
would think.
like that.
He will
I'll have to
assume
pay
you are
attention.
here
I'm
to
still playing
investigate his
Andromeda, so I'll have
company's
to take a
dirty
look
laundry.
for Vargas.
That will distract him from my real intentions.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia, our town.
Yeah, see, she doesn't have eyebrows. Liara just draws those
What
on.
is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Novaria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific.
Yeah, we just talked to
Likely
Anoleis
assessing
about
potential
that.
risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
I'll do it. I don't need to ask what the reward is. I'll try and renegade my way into a bigger reward
Excellent.
anyway.
Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Yeah, go ahead and brief
Tell
me.
me
I
what you know
forget.
about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I quit. Nah, I'll go ahead and finish this one.
I hope to hear from you soon.
I don't have a ton left that I want to do today anyway, so like I said, it's going to go a little long, but that's all right.
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
If the price is
I might
right.
be. That depends on what sort of offer your company can make.
It was my understanding
Try and get him to
that
talk.
Citadel contracted to a Solarian corporation for its enhancement programs.
Oh.
Mr. Vargas, I'm here to talk business with you.
Okay, I can maybe rack
rack
up some points here.
You have my full attention, Shepard. I'm merely getting a handle on my negotiating position. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize...
Yeah, this guy's definitely not Andromeda. I just recognize the name for some reason. Maybe it's from the last time I played.
Improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in ZG muscle degeneracy.
Mars Gene's clotting enhancement improves speed by 16%.
Ah, I see you've done some research. That's their official claim. However, we believe they cherry-picked their sample to show optimum results. The numbers we provide are strict mathematical averages. I can get you those improvements for 30k credits per head.
He rubbed his neck.
I can work in a sensory
I don't think I have to keep pressing this, though. He's pretty good about talking it. Oh, there it is.
That's the commercial price for individual purchasers. I'm offering you millions of jobs, Mr. Vargas. That's worth more than some stock sensory upgrades.
I'll give you a cautious probably. There is a standard discount for bulk orders, but I can't authorize that. I can push it upstairs. I'm sure someone will get back to you on it. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business.
I don't know why. I always remember a like mercenary side mission on this planet, and I don't remember why. I can't do it.
I wear a lot of hats, Mr. Vargas. Some days I shut down criminals, some days I defuse nukes, some days I like to enjoy private vices. You understand me?
I suppose. My apologies. Your manner is rather informal for a business meeting.
I'm being paged.
Sounds like my crew needs me for something.
All right.
I'll be in touch.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to doing business with you.
All right, let's go back to her, and then I just have the Loik Qu'in stuff. Which, like I said, this will be one of the longer episodes, but I can still quit again. Nice, it's done.
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
I love that it's just more.
I could easily call Mr. Vargas and tell him what I just did.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Thank you for the money. And the Renegade points. Am I getting any closer to being able to do more? Yeah, I unlocked another one. Awesome. Okay, Loik Qu'in.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Loik Qu'in?
Should have looked at what the investing options
you might
were.
be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Systems Alliance Navy.
It's too late for cover-ups, Commander. Your picture has been sent to every employee. They've been warned that speaking to you is grounds for termination.
Good to know.
Loik Qu'in. For the moment, I am the manager of the Synthetic Insights Office.
Managing the bar
Taking
today?
a 3-martini lunch?
You mean my loitering here? If only it were mere indolence. Mr. Anoleis closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I kind of like an intriguing coincidence a little bit more.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Anoleis' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Anoleis would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
I will say I'm interested because I want to go ahead and do this.
I do.
I think there's another way to get the garage pass, but I'm just going to kind of go the...
What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion?
I like that. I'm going to go the straight path and make it as easy as possible here. Might not do that once I get to peak 15. I know there's another option there similar to this, but I'm going to go ahead and just do this one.
Paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
I don't know why that stayed on his
Excellent.
face. That's a weird
Here
choice.
is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh,
all right.
Don't try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
That might have to end up being the episode title. Do you try and keep the blood stains off the carpet? It'll be a real zinger there, considering we spent half the episode at least talking the squad mates before we even got here, but I finally get to a little bit of action. That's exciting. And I do like the setup of this building. It's kind of interesting getting to see the lobby area. I do like the snow outside too, but it would have been nice to have a little bit more room for exploration. This planet in particular is what reminds me of KOTOR most, which is to me it's always been BioWare's precursor for Mass Effect, which by the way they just announced, I think yesterday, the day before, to kind of date when I'm recording this, that they are doing a remaster of KOTOR. Not just a remaster, a remake, which is super exciting.
Anshan security. This office is sealed.
I loved KOTOR. A ground-up remake of that game would be awesome. If it happens, I'm gonna have to record that one too.
Anoleis is paying you to shake this place down.
It's gonna be years. It's years away, but it's something that I can keep. Something I can keep on the back burner.
Is calling the bluff really so wise?
He ain't paying me enough to take on Spectres or Alliance troops or whatever.
Again, talking people out of fighting works so much better on Renegade than it does on Paragon. But I only got a couple. Go ahead. Oh, that is not what I wanted. Ah, he moved. Nice job with the kickback. Stand up. Oh, he is broken. Alright, I'm getting shot at from over there. Hey... crap. We are. Go ahead and do that. Give us a second of reprieve from that guy. And go ahead and do sabotage, and oh, there we go. Glad I didn't double up anything there. I think everyone else is upstairs. See if there's anything good down here. I got a computer I can decrypt. I think this gives me a side mission, maybe. Missing person report. The attention of Administrator Anoleis. A man named Gareth is looking for information on the whereabouts of one of our freighters. He believes his brother's ship may have been attacked by privateers while traveling through the Stranius system. Investigation pending. Okay, that unlocks another side mission, so we're up to 4 for after Novaria. Go ahead and get this also. Square, triangle. Alright. Oh, hey, I got Quarian armor. That is cool. And I'll go ahead and take a look at the equipment because I think I got... Yeah, it's not as good. Go ahead and check everything else. Go ahead and look for... well, for Liara, I'll go ahead and give her that. And for Rex, not as good. I think there's someone right there. They were firing off in the corner. Go ahead and throw them. Oh, right up Main Street. And I didn't overheat. Awesome. More decryption. Square X, square triangle. Okay. Guess I'll take a look at that. Sniper real quick. And another assault rifle. Banshee. Okay. Yep, I'm good with what I still have. Let's go upstairs. I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think there's a couple people upstairs already. And then I know I have to fight my way out also. Okay. Couldn't even get up. Yep, keep on flopping. Actually, in the past, I have had her glitch through some of those doors, and I had to restart. But that was on the 360 version. That was not the Legendary Edition. I feel like that's something they probably did fix. And see what I can get in here. Technical kit. I do kind of want to check out that armor upgrade, actually. See if that's... Let me get through this first. Triangle. Okay, 4 triangles, not bad. Okay, let me check out that upgrade kit on the armor. Upgrades. What was it? It was... I'll stick with what I have still. Keep the shields up. Though some of that might not be bad eventually. I do need to go through all of that. Maybe I'll do that before... Well, once again, I'll do that offline before I sell anything. Which honestly I might do here before I'll go back to the Hanar between episodes and maybe sell some stuff. X circle. Okay. Medical kit. And Loik Qu'in's computer. You download the evidence from Loik Qu'in, or from Loik's computer. Saving. Okay, well, it auto-save, so I should be good to go ahead and get through this part. Yep, just keep sauntering.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Your point?
Do you plan on making me leave? Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Anoleis would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
You're breaking the law for bribe money. You know what we do to dirty cops on my world?
Bring it on.
If you want to fight, I'll give you one. You talk the talk. Let's see if you can walk.
Go. I do like, you could, in the 360 version, you could actually have her, like, dead. Down and dead before she even got done talking. Go ahead and throw him, because he can be problematic. Rex, keep that up. Okay, ooh. That explosion was not fun. That person. Or not. Is Liara down? Or no, is Rex down? Lift. Oh, shit! Okay, I guess we'll have that conversation again.
You talk the talk. Let's see if you can
Back down here. Oh, and my shield's already down. Try and keep those up. Do a throw. And I'll go ahead and lift you. I think they missed. Oh. And Liara's down, so I'll go ahead and use... I'll start with shield boost. That. And warp. Try and get some of those guys down. Oh, they're both down, so now's a good time to use Unity. Oh, I can hide on that. That's cool. That'll help. These guys get out of the way. Hey, can you guys move? Let's see if I can. Oh, crap. Sabotage, see if that helps. That's the guy who has been a problem. He just keeps running in. Yep. Throw her, please. Use immunity. Yep, do that. It's a little bit harder than I was expecting. I don't know if he's dead or just knocked down. Nope, he's not dead. Ah, he might be, actually. It might have came from that. Nope, he's not. Now he is. Let's keep getting some of these guys. No, he's back up, it looks like. Will you die? Ah, Rex, get out of the way. Yeah, just keep ragdolling. Get down. Okay. So now, is that sniper? That's not the sniper. Pop up. Okay, I think they're down there now. So I'll come up here and avoid having to rush down there to fight. Alright. If I can get it down to 1, I'll feel fine charging down there. Okay, down to 2. Right, 1 more. I think they're around that corner down there, so we'll go ahead and not get stuck on a chair. Open the crate. Might have to check that out for Rex a little later. And try to not die here. Cool off a bit. Bounce the chair. Go ahead and do that, and I'll warp. All right. Liara should get up here in a second. Or not. See if she'll just... Yep. All right. And head on down. And I'm facing the wrong way. Cool. All right. Still taking a little longer than I expected even on this, but that's all right.
There have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
I do like must be Anoleis' slugs. Don't say I'm entirely innocent.
Of course not. Why would I?
Don't play me, Shepard. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Qu'in. I'll be waiting.
Okay. Let's... yeah, I think I can get the garage pass. It's... Man, this might end up being the longest episode so far. I think I finally did pass the length of the first episode due to that death, but it's okay. It happens every now and then. I've got a little extra time. It makes up for not doing the main mission for a couple weeks. So, this will be pretty good. It's just 3 conversations is all I got left. Hopefully that was not a sign of what I'm about to encounter going up against Venezia, because, oh boy, that'll be bad. Go ahead and talk to her.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Novaria Internal Affairs.
Every time. What do you want?
What do you want?
The executive board knows about Anoleis' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Qu'in to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
Like, I'm gonna say like I care.
If your executive board loses a few million credits, it's not my problem. I have my own mission.
Yes, yes. Fate of billions and all that. I couldn't possibly understand how important your work is. You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Pay me.
Qu'in is offering to pay me. Can you?
I can produce a copy of Anoleis' pass for you. I can't move large sums of money without someone noticing.
I'll consider
I'll
it.
Consider it and get back to you.
If you have any love for the law, you'll talk to Qu'in for me. Don't disappoint me. You know where I work. Come talk to me when you change your mind.
I know I'm going over, but I see this staircase, and it makes me think that I'm not crazy and that there is a mercenary here. Doorman. There is!
Elder brother, it's me. I'm on the very...
I think he is another way to get you a pass. I could be wrong. Go ahead and do this. Here I am talking about going over on time. Talking about going over on time, and I'm fine running around, just kind of wasting it for a minute. Square, triangle, square, triangle. Got it. Security logs, unauthorized transmission. Not sure if you received this, Doctor, but it's imperative that you make your way to a safe location. Your history with our organization has been leaked. Your base in the Newton system is no longer secure. I repeat, make your way to the safe location immediately. And go ahead and do this as well. Triangle, triangle, square. Oh, I think I just disabled the security and I could have walked out. Okay. I wasn't crazy. Yeah, he's involved, I think, if you do one of the other ways of getting the garage pass and skipping Loik Qu'in. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew there was a Krogan mercenary involved somehow. I think you fight him if you take that route, but Qu'in is just a lot easier.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
Testify against Anoleis. Hopefully this gets me Renegade and not Paragon.
She wants you to testify against Anoleis.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
If necessary, yes. Do what I tell you to, or Anoleis will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand. Very well.
Oh! 25? And that still didn't get me more, but man, 25 is good.
Contact. I will wait here.
That is awesome. Okay, head on down. Yeah, this is the longest episode. I think the first episode only ended up being an hour and 12 minutes. This is going to be... Oh well, I did a lot. I talked to the squad mates. I at least got the garage pass, which was the goal. It's definitely worth throwing in the extra time to get those two things done. I probably could have kept it shorter if I didn't go ahead and talk to Liara with the extra dialogue and end up repeating a conversation with Ashley. But ultimately, it was worth it. I do want to get through all those dialogue scenes with the squad mates. I think I'm down to one. I think it's just Tally, unless Caden has one also. I really haven't been paying attention when I talk to Caden, so we'll see. But this is gonna be it for the episode. I'm gonna finish this conversation and then
To my offer?
I will go ahead and sell some stuff offline and maybe buy some of that armor.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre.
Get the corrupt official.
Some of you can be all right.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's some gratitude you got there.
Sorry, I'm used
Get
to
the arrest done,
when people find out
and
I'm
we'll be ready.
They treat me like a traitor. While you were working on Qu'in, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You.
Oh, I love that smirk.
This bitch under arrest.
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and call the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, feel free to like, subscribe, and share, and enable notifications so that way you can keep up to date on content. I'm really excited to be getting back into the main story, and if this is your first episode checking out, do know that I post new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. And if this is, once again, the first time you're watching, feel free to go ahead and click there in the corner, go back to the first episode, and check out the content from the beginning. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Stay safe and have a great day.